What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below so you get to know when I post all of my TeaTalks. I hope everybody doing well, swell, striving, thriving, surviving, all that good jazz that ends in the ing. Okay, if you're new to my channel, welcome. We're so happy and lucky to have you. Hope you stay around. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend, and tell a friend that don't know no better to come over here and find the right way. Okay, outside of that, I know a lot of y'all are excited that the kids is back in school. I can see y'all tootsie rolling right now. So, by all means, I hope everyone had a great summer. Summer went fast this year, didn't it? So, yeah. For all the ones who are interested in book club is now back on in Poppington. Okay, all that information is in the church announcements down below. We've already started reading our fall book. So far, so good. I like it. So, check all that stuff out below. Anyway, child, where's my... Get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you sipping on, get it and bring it close. We need to have a tea talk. Now, I know I've been missing in action. That's because a lot of y'all, I probably had y'all kids for summer school, and I'm still going to have your children when it comes time for first day of school, etc. So we need to talk about a couple things. First thing is first. This tea talk topic, I think anyone who lives out in the country will know where I'm going with this. And for the ones who live in the city or don't have any idea, this is something also for you to look up and see how the actions are parallel to how things seem to have a chain reaction. You know how like there's a cause and an effect? Well, there's a reaction and a proaction. You can be reactive, think quickly, respond. And then you have it where, you could just take your time and be strategic about what you want to do. You think more with the mental than you feeling like you have more control in the physical capacity. But they both actually work together for you to understand this tea talk. Now, when I was growing up, I grew up, part suburb, part city. And then as I got older, in my adult years, I fell more in love with the country. I mean, I love it. It's the fresh air is way better. People are farther apart, so they're not really like on top of you like how they are in the city. And then on top of that, I just like nature. Nature really brings me back. It really revives me from a lot of different things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. And like times like this, it gives me time to reflect. So, believe it or not, we've all have seen a snake, right? We've all seen a snake at one point or time. Like, no pun intended. We see them crawl, slither. We see them on TV, etc., etc. All right? And then we've also, I'm pretty sure also, there's been a time where you've seen a snake in the grass, right? Now, there's an old wise telltale sign of when there's an old telltale sign when you know that you're near a snake. And typically, the snake will give off like a skunk smell to let you know before you get too close that it's already being on the defensive. It's already gonna, it's letting you know, bitch, I'm gonna attack if you don't get the hell on. Or better yet, you walk up too close, you walk up too fast, it could be your ass. That part. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't know that. They don't understand, like, just like us as humans, you have flight, fright, or freeze. Well, that snake is going to freeze and it's going to take flight on your ass, all right? And it's going to fight you. It's going to be very simple. The thing that I want to pay attention to with this tea talk, though, is the fact of just like how a cobra will flare its back to let you know that you're in dangerous territory, just how a snake will give off warning signs, warning smells to let you know that you can possibly be in danger. Believe it or not, humans do the same thing too. It's called red flags. It's called, just taking precaution and being proactive, or being proactive about the precaution. Now, in life, we do have a lot of little sayings. I know I do. I know y'all are well aware of them. And one of them is, if you don't realize how much it's going to cost you in the beginning, it's going to cost you double in the end. So let's say, for instance, you're not supposed to eat something. All right. Well, even though you may enjoy it in a moment, you know that you're going to suffer for that in the end. It's the same thing if you were to cheat on a quiz, cheat on a test, and then now it's exam time. You don't know it. Well, you're going to pay for that shit at the end. Everything gives off a warning sign, especially before it attacks. If you don't pay attention to the warning signs, if you don't pay attention to the red flags, it comes a point where you really can step on a landmine, quote unquote, that can fuck you up. Just like if so happens you come across a snake and you don't pay any attention to it, you think your venom is way more potent than that snake, then guess what happens? You're gonna find out. Now, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know, for instance, copperheads. Copperheads, or I think any baby snake that's poisonous, they don't know how to gauge how potent their venom is. So trust me when I tell you, when they put their teeth in you, you're going to feel it, and you're going to see the next life. Well, when we decide to pay attention to those things where we gotta, kind of go back into safety towel mode, I did a video on it. You need to stop, look, and listen. You need to stop, think, and ponder. You need to, analyze, realize, and make a ultimate decision that's going to help capitalize and catapult you towards elevating, towards making better decisions and better choices. You're not wrong to go on by your business and run zigzag and go find some shelter. But when you decide that you are bigger than whatever it is that you don't know you're walking into, and instead of you actually taking the wisdom of knowing when someone sees something and they don't want to fuck with you, don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same way when people show themselves to us. You have the right to see them for who they are, but you also have space in between you expanding your backbone and standing up straight to either want to deal with them or get the fuck on. It's that simple. It's really that simple. And a lot of people, a lot of times we feel like we see more snakes in the grass. We see more snakes. My dad used to always say, the snake should already come fattened. The snake shouldn't come to you needing to be fed. It should already have its own. It should be able to, go find its own food before it come and find you. Things of that nature. Pretty much, don't do more for others they're not going to do for themselves as well. That was something my dad used to say. But in today's time, we need to really assess what could very well be setbacks. You getting bit by somebody, or you being done wrong by somebody, that's not a setup for your betterment. That's a setback for when you really need to be going forward. But at any given time, at every given time, a person, just like an animal, an amphibian, a reptile, it's going to let you know when you need to back up. It's just like when you see a speed bump, right? You don't go full throttle over that speed bump unless you want new alignment and new tires and all that. It tells you to slow down, hold up. And it's the same thing when it comes to a cobra's back. When they start to stand up and rattling and all that good old type stuff, this is not a time for you to want to have a meet and greet. This is a time for you to open your eyes and realize you are in dangerous territory and you need to get the hell out of Dodge. Same thing when it comes to people. When people stand up and show you exactly like who they are, what they stand for, understand that if it seems to be easy for them to do it to you, take that as a cobra's back and understand that, guess what? If it's that easy and if it flows that effortlessly, 9 times out of 10, it ain't that person's first time. Think about it. You ever seen like a TV show or a movie and you hear someone cuss, and any other time, you know, you read up on them or you hear some gossip news or whatever, it's very strenuous. Oh, that's not even a good word. It's very hard for you to see this person having that impolite streak in them to want to cuss. I remember the first time I heard Beyonce cuss, it was in Dreamgirls. And I was just like, ooh, she don't even sound right cussing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that for me at that time, that just went to show me, okay, maybe this person doesn't do it, you know, a lot. So therefore, it doesn't seem to flow with me. Well, someone who could put all the words in a sentence, cuss and all, it makes sense, that's someone who typically does it. It's not their first rodeo. It's the same thing when it comes to someone who's a pathological or a habitual liar. That's not new to them. Pathological, habitual, look them up. Those are words where they also include repetitiveness. All right. So when you feel as if like a person is showing you their COBRA back, you got the right to leave them be. And you also have a right to figure out how to deal with them proactively. Because we all know if you try to attack a snake is going to attack you back. And they're 4,000 times quicker. So, you know, you need to think about, for me, like, you got to think about your resources and like knowledge and how you're able to deal with things, again, proactively. Who do you know have survived from a snake bite without medical attention? Raise your hand. No one, right? Well, guess what? If you don't start thinking more with your head than with your feelings, which one is going to save you? I'm just saying. Which one's going to save you? You know, everything is a feeling process, but it also takes strategy to be able to know what is right for you. So, yeah, you only become stalemate when you think you're bigger and better than everything, you know. So y'all tell me, I needs to go. I got somewhere to go and people to see. So yeah, y'all tell me how y'all think about that, what you think about that. You know, when it comes to like people trying to show you who they are, do you acknowledge it when they stand up and they're adamant about being seen for the character that they have? Or do you acknowledge when that person, you know, stands up and you realize that they could not be beneficial for you? Are you going to fuck with the snake or not? You tell me down below. But outside of that, I think that's all I have time for today. I'll post some more videos this week. Like I said, book club is already started. That information is down below. If so happens you're interested in any of our sponsorships, all of that is down below. So be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will talk to y'all later.